Hey guys, Ash here, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some love and some positive vibes your way, especially if you're going through something and you need them out there today. Today, just like every day, we're going to talk about which is a champion that has gone from zero to proverbial hero, at least in my book. I have developed such a love, such an adoration, and a strong proclivity to include this champion in every team I possibly can on my account, and I want to share it with you guys today. Did I mention he's a previous fusion as well? Before we do that, it's time. We do this a few times a year, maybe a couple times a year, but it's time to play today, right here, right now. Where in the world are you watching Ash Raid Shadow Legends from? That's right, I want to give some country shout outs. My top countries on the channel, we got US of A. 45% of you guys are watching from the United States, and guess what? You also watch me for the longest, almost 11 minutes per session. Thank you guys, thank you. Then we got the UK, we got Germany, we got Canada, Australia, Netherlands, Romania, Sweden, Poland, France, India, South Africa, and the Philippines. And then Czechia, we got Italy, Denmark, Brazil, Turkey, Belgium, so on and so forth. Who hates me the most? Let's see the lowest viewer retention here. I see a couple sixes. Oh, Turkey. They hate me in Turkey. They hate, what did I ever do to Turkey? 4 minutes and 25 seconds per session. Unbelievable. You know what? I like Turkey too. I really do like Turkey. My editor, Osama, is in Turkey. I mean, come on. I digress. Thank you guys, no matter where in the world you're watching from. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. I do appreciate you guys. I would love to travel to every single one of those countries and shake every single one of your hands if I could. Who knows? Maybe someday a fella can dream. All right, so who's the champion? It's Graynt, man. It's Graynt Doorkeep. I mean, is that really his last name, Doorkeep? What a lame last name. All the BA names that they're running out there in the game nowadays, and we get Doorkeep. Anyway, Graynt is a strong first name. This dude is absolutely insane. Obviously, you're all familiar with this guy, or at least most of you who've been around for the last year because he was a fusion in Raid Shadow Legends, and I obviously fused him. Have you guys ever done this? Have you ever gone for a fusion, or any champion for that matter? Maybe it wasn't your number one most wanted, because of course you're going to be eager to max them out and use them on your, on your teams and stuff, but a champion is kind of borderline. At least that's what I thought about Graynt. So I fused him. I even maxed him out in a champion training tournament, and then I never used him. Have you ever done that? Just like, if it just sits there in your collection? And then I do another weird thing in my little raid daily routine, and I always try to optimize my faction war teams. I don't know why I do it, but I try to like A/B test different champions in different roles just to see, who can clear each faction the fastest. And then I put my man Graynt Doorkeep. I put Graynt Doorkeep in that my little dwarf faction war team yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was open, and my man just absolutely decimated. Like, I was absolutely aghast in a good way at how hard this dude hits. Moreover, there's so much more to like. So what I thought about it is, hey, let's start using him in all over the place in the game, right? Let's take him out of just faction wars. Why not try him out in PvP? Why not try him out in other areas? And he has not disappointed. I'm insane for sleeping on this dude. First of all, he's an HP-based damage dealer, which are certainly in vogue right now, but he has a boatload of HP, almost 25k base HP. You love to see that. Of course, I've said this a million times, I'll say it again, because HP don't have an increased attack or an increased defense, they can benefit a buff for extra damage. You really want to try to build as much crit damage on these HP-based nukers as you possibly can, and you'll notice your nuke numbers will definitely go up in a big way. But man, everything about this dude's kit, every single ability, starting with his A1, which is exceptional, is just busted on this guy. First of all, I've talked about this in 2 or 3 videos recently, but Force is the new magic. Force Affinity is the meta right now in Raid Shadow Legends, so he counters it as a spirit. It used to be back in the day because magic was meta for years and years and years and years in PvP, especially, obviously. It used to be that it's a liability to be a Spirit Affinity champion. Now it's starting to be a benefit because you can counter the meta in the same way that Force countered magic for years and years and years. Now that Force is meta, we look for some Spirit Affinity options on our account. His A1 has a triple hitter already. You love that. He has a 100% chance of removing a buff from the target on each hit. So my man can drop 3 hits, remove 3 buffs, and each hit ignores 20% of the target's defense. He's got an ignore defense move on his A1. That's nasty just to start with. On the AoE on the A2, he brings increased accuracy for everybody, big version. He places a decreased defense and a block buffs on all enemies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. I mean, they didn't make champions like this back in my day. They really didn't. I'm sure the OGs can resonate with this as well. An HP-based nuker who brings increased accuracy, which he wants because we want to build them all nukage, right? With a decreased defense and a block buffs on an AoE. I mean, he's a Hydra phenom, but he's much more than that too, because this Demolisher blow, holy smokes. This was what wowed me. This is what made me do the double take on this dude. Like, what? He was hitting for like 500,000 damage on the red boss, and I was like, wow, bro. Attacks, not even in my best gear at that time. Attacks 1 enemy before attacking, removes all debuffs from this champ. He has a self-cleanse. Self-cleanses have grown on me. They've grown on me, right? Also put a shatter and an increased crit damage on everybody. Listen. A shatter and an increased crit damage, big versions, right? Who has that on all allies in the game? Nobody? Maybe like one other champion? These are very rare buffs that every damage dealer benefits from. HP, attack, or defense, they all benefit from it. That's a really nice profile to have shatter, increased crit damage, and increased accuracy on everybody in a kit of a damage dealer. He ignores stone skin, unkillable, and block damage. If the target's not under unkillable, stone skin, or block damage, the attack will deal double damage. Great for bosses. Grants extra turn if you kill an enemy. Come on, man. Like, how did I not? I mean, I made a whole video on him when the fusion was happening, but I just glossed over him, man. Like, when I actually had him, I didn't even make a guide on him. Shame on me. He's an ignore stone skin champion with all these unique buffs. What a cool dude. But this is where it starts to get just absolutely gnarly. Stoneface at the start of this champion's turn removes CC debuffs except for sheep. What? So he can't be frozen in this meta. He can't be provoked. He can't be stunned. He can't be feared, true feared. Bye-bye Armons, bye-bye Fabian, bye-bye Hilvies, and every other freeze champion in the game. There's a billion of them right now, right? Not even petrification can get through to this dude. That's nasty. Increases champions' damage inflicted against targets with no buffs on them by 20%. Oh, man. He is a beast. He's got crit rate in all battles. I don't use crit rate auras, but man, oh, man. Okay, guys, so for the build, we kept it simple. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Stone Skin Savage, Stone Skin Lethal works great on this dude, right? He's fairly easy to build. We would like a little bit of accuracy on him. That'd be fantastic for these debuffs that he has, especially in PvE content on that A2. However, he does bring his own increased accuracy again, so you can still focus mainly on damage out of this champion. Shame, shame, shame. I know your name. Go ahead and roast me in the comments because I deserve it. I don't have him crit capped at 97 at 267. Listen. Do as I say, not as I do. When building champions, it would really behoove you. It doesn't sound like much. I used to scoff at this as a brand new player in the game. Like, dude, I'm at 96%, 97%. Who really cares? Well, that can make a difference between a success and a fail. Thus, you might be throwing your energy away, or you might be throwing that live arena battle where he's not critical hitting that 1 time out of, or 3 times out of 100. How about that, right? So you should put all your damage dealers at 100% crit rate, okay? We built him fairly fast, 266, 100k HP. I have like solid gear on him, certainly, but not my best gear, far from it, right? So I have HP on the chest, I have speed on the boots, I have crit damage on the gauntlets, I have HP obviously on the banner, and then I have crit damage and HP on the ring and the amulet respectively. I have Wand of Submission on him, I have Lightning Cage on him, obviously, the Stone Skin, it makes all the sense in the world, and these are the masteries that we're gonna go with in today's video. Listen guys, I'm itching to go right into the arena with this guy because we have live arena right now. Come on, man. They're really gonna make me buy for $5 the gems so I can do live arena for you guys. I mean, come on. I'm putting my creator perks to good use, though. At least you can say that. All right, let's go ahead and grab them. The worst thing is when they make you grab them from the inbox, right? And it's like, no, I have to go all the way out and all the way back in. Anyway, here we go, guys. Let's re-up and let's play a little bit of live arena. What do you guys say? It's funny, I was talking to my man, Big Papa Drock. We were just chilling, talking some raid late night last night. First of all, big shout out to Drock, man. I love collab, and I miss collabing leaving him with health issues. He's just unable to do so. We were still chatting a little bit about Raid, and I was saying, man, I always open my drafts with my favorite support. So I'll go like Star Sage or Marichka, whoever you have on your account. I'm going to go, if I had Theodosia, I'd probably draft her early. So I go supports pretty early. What about you guys? Because I found it interesting that Drock says he goes with nukers early usually and then plays the affinities on support. I go with support early, then I play the affinities or just the natural counters towards the end of the draft. I digress. Dude, no one's going to be drafting Granite, as I said, so I can always save him for my last pick. I'm going to go with Crixia and Marichka, so I have my 2-speed leads, and then I have my Crixia to counter Fabian. I only really draft Crixia if the opponent drafts Fabian, but hell, in this meta, everybody drafts Fabian, so I'm drafting a lot of Crixia. All right, so he goes 2 big boys. Talk about HP-based damage dealers, right? I'm going to say, hey, have you heard of this HP-based damage dealer? Eat them. How you like them apples like Matt Damon and Goodwill Hunting right now? I'm going to get rid of stupid Armons. Because I already have Crixia to deal with Fabian. And he has no Marius or anything like that, so he's got like the battle of the massive HP tanks. Embreeze, Taurus. All right, so we're just gonna speed boost. We're gonna lock out Lord Entertainer Fabian, and we're off to a really good start. The biggest threat right now is Embreeze, so that's going to be our main focus when Granite eventually gets a turn. He is a bit slow for where I am. I really aim in end game to build all my nukers with around 300 speed as a minimum. In most situations, not all, but we're going to go right in with Demolisher Blow, and we're going to take out their absolute biggest threat, which is Embreeze the Anomaly. Easy. And then we're going to get an extra turn, come in here. You know what this guy's thinking right now, right? Are you serious? Graynt Doorkeep? Is his last name Doorkeep? I'm sure that's exactly what he's saying right now. But you can see how lethal that 1-2 punch is right there, right? I mean, let's be real. And now we can go with Crixia and reset the skills as well. This one's not quite over yet. I mean, you have to respect these, these champions that we're going against, but they're locked out, so it's over. That is so strong, and we weren't even going against Force Affinity, except for, I guess, Embreeze, right? I guess we were. But again, we can just come in here and pop now Taurus and get yet another extra turn, and I might as well go with the A2 to get the decreased defense on him. And Granite, man, sitting here at, I mean, granted, this opponent here, he was outmatched by I would say, by my level of my account. That being said, though, it was basically the Granite show. Like, it was a one-man show. He did exactly what he said we were going to do. Let's go ahead and have another draft. I'm also in Platinum Arena. This guy looks, though, from a Beast Clan, more trophies than I do. Hopefully, this will be even better match here. So, we're going to start out again. I go support pretty early on, and then I play the matchups from here. I'll generally use whoever my fastest champion is. I want to scoop them up in my first 2, ideally. So on my account, it's not going to be the same as your account, but Lazarius is my fastest speed booster, and he has my intimidating presence. So he's always going to be early on because, listen, I played thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of live arena matches, and I've learned that if I get away from my fastest champion, I'm just going to lose more often than not, right? So in this situation, we're going to go with Lord... The thing with Lord Entertainer Fabian is he is squishy against nice. He's basically, with Fabian against nice, we're basically begging nice to get unlimited revives. He's going to go Ashnar, very interesting, as well as Armons. Totally cool with me. I'm actually going to ban nice, and I'm going to modify my strategy like this. Because nice is an easy ban at this point, right? He's probably going to ban Fabian, I imagine. Oh, Marichka. Okay, that's cool with me. I actually think I have a really good matchup here. There's nothing to worry about. Famous last words. Here we go. And I'll never cut a loss. So you'll get the win, you'll get the loss here, even if I have to eat my own words. So the way that I have my team built, or my account built, is that typically you really don't want to go with an ability like Shuzan or Lysandra. Lysandra has it, yeah, where you can decrease the enemy's turn meter, right, against Marius. But I have my cleanser going right after, so I can just heal the damage that Marius did and still benefit from the turn meter. So then I can go in and lock out, and now it's going to be, again, the Granite show here. Everybody's locked out except for the guy who just got turned into a sheep. Thank you, Wand of Submission, very much. That was beautiful, wasn't it? What are you going to do, man? Okay. Okay, great. So we're going to go right for Ashnar's butt. And actually, you know what? I'm not even going to mess around. We're going to go right for the Marius. Get that. That's big boy damage there. Oh, come on. You're not going to let me nuke. You're not going to let me nuke. Let's do one more live arena battle, man. You know what? That dude stole. He took the moment that Graynt was finally getting in the spotlight, just yanked it from under him. Not cool, not cool. Another capable opponent here. Let's see. We're gonna keep going with the same chalk here, guys. I hate to do it, but maybe next time. Let me know if you want me to switch things up, because, like, honestly, I could just take all the speed gear from Lazarus, put it on Arbiter, sacrifice a little bit of speed overall because of the empowerment and whatnot, but it would be the same type of thing, you know, in terms of the speed booster utility, right? So let me know in the future if you want me to do that. If you'd rather see champions that are more accessible than mythicals, I can just swap the gear. It's still going to be great gear, but would love your feedback on that, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm always trying to make content that's really fun to watch, but also relatable, and sometimes that can be tough in a 7-year-old game. Okay, we have Gizmak, we have Marius. We already know where we're going to go here, right? It's going to be the mayor this time that we get rid of. I wonder what they all think when they see Graynt. Honestly, my firm belief is that someday this is going to be standard. Everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, Graynt, he's a beast, you know? Because he is. He is. That's the thing. All right, this one I don't feel as confident in as the other battles. I'm getting a little frightened here by this loading screen. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Blah! I hate when it does this. Makes me think that I lost internet connection or something, man. Come on, Graynt. Don't do Graynt dirty. I don't want an L off of this baloney. Be right back. All right, guys, we're in. We're in. It's a miracle. He disconnected. It was a fake out. Hey, I'll take the dub. No big deal. Last battle of the video here for Graynt. I'll do a quick platinum battle after this as well. Maybe I'll even throw him in a random dungeon just to see what kind of damage he can do, you know? We're going to go against our Chris. Cool avatar as well. We're going to go with the same old. You guys are used to it now. Our speed booster and our favorite support champion. I will give the caveat, though, if I didn't have Star Sage and I only had like a Siphi, I wouldn't go Siphi as a first pick. Too many counters. I think there's a number of things you have to take into consideration. There is no easy answer on draft strategy in this game, right? Because it does depend a great deal on your account. For example, I think Pythion is a fine kind of off-meta option that can shine, similar to Graynt here. But you don't have to draft Pythion super early because not many people are drafting Pythion, you know? So there is an element of the scarcity that you have to take into consideration as well. If you love Marius and Embreeze and Fabian, well, hell, you're going to have to draft them early. Predator as well, right? Anyway, let's keep playing the speed. We're going to counter Fabian. This is just chalk at this point, right? We're countering Fabian. We have our speed. We're going to go with, we have Graynt. I hate to keep going Marichka. Let's switch things up a little bit and go with Carney. Go Carnage. Carnage is a good speed lead as well. He's got Arbiter. I wonder where our Chris is from. Where do you guys think? Maybe, who's at the very bottom here? The very, very bottom, as low as my metrics go, is Slovenia. You can't see it on your screen, but yeah, Slovenia and Argentina. They hate me over there. They hate me. Okay, anyway, what am I doing? Graynt. All right. So they can ban my guy Star Sage and then Cometus me to death, so we're going to get rid of him. You always have to identify, too, when drafting, is what is the most crucial, you know, like if I don't ban this champion, I might lose in 4 turns and get rid of them. I love that they banned Carnage, actually. I didn't expect them to do that, but they did, so I feel pretty good. Carnage, of course, against almost every team is exceptional. Even lockout passives. Odin has a busted passive. Marius has a busted passive. Fabian has a busted passive. We're going to go ahead and turn meter boost, just like we did before, right into Marius. Typically not advised, but we have it all covered here. We're going to go ahead and lock him out, and we're pretty much good to go again. All right, so we're just going to pop up. Who do we want to kill here, guys? Who do we want to kill? Let's kill Marius again, man. Just get rid of him. It hit that ability, that A3, it certainly hits hard enough that we don't always have to just go for the easy kill, low health like some other champions, you know? You do have the luxury of knowing that he packs quite a punch, especially if there's some good force affinity revivers alive on the enemy team, right? So there it is. Our Chris is dead. Let's go ahead. GG's to everybody that we played. I have heard from quite a few people in the comments lately that have been going against me in the arena. So that's awesome if we go against each other. Just, hey, if you want to draft Harrier, I'll always ban him. So you can bait me right there by drafting Harrier. And many of you guys have done that when we went against each other in the arena. All right, guys. As I said, we are in Platinum Arena here. All these teams, frankly, are very hard. I'm just going to pick a random one. This is, dude. Have you seen my Ezio video from a couple days ago? It was the God mode Ezio build. He's in the he's in my 9-piece mercurial gear, and he's just absolutely just disgusting. But the reason I say all that is he is what was that? Oh, Bambus. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Bambus is so good now. He's viable PvP. Like, I'm serious. It's not a funny little thing. And AoE 2-turn Enfeeble alone is so unbelievably strong. It's absolutely incredible. So here we can go ahead and pop off Carney. Nice, big damage, big damage. You do have to kind of be careful here of Siegfried. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to trigger that block damage of, or the passive of Siegfried. And then I should have went after Embry's turn meter there, but it's not the end of the world. I want to save the revive on Arbiter. We're going to go in, and we are going to do that with Bambus. Bambus is legit now, guys. They really nailed it with those buffs. That Haymaker comes down and boom, easy. Look at this team. I mean, honestly, Arbiter, Bambus, Granite, and Fabian, it doesn't look like a legit team, but I'm telling you it is, because Bambus is that much better, and Granite is a monster, as we've demonstrated in today's video. Let's just have a little bit of fun here and throw my man solo. I just want to see how hard the guy hits, you know, against some easy mobs. Sometimes it's fun just to watch champions just plow through Minnow like this. I don't know. Maybe I'm a weirdo. I probably am. I mean, I cover Raid Shadow Legends every single day on YouTube. I'm a little bit off. All right, here we go, guys. And so are you, because you're watching me, baby. All right, here we go. Listen, one thing that we just saw that I guess is a good note to end on is that we didn't really see demonstrated in any of those battles, but that self-cleanse ability that he brings to the table as well. That is something that, again, we didn't really see that work out for us in the arena. We didn't need it, frankly, in live arena. But, man, when you need that cleanse, he's Johnny on the spot with that, too. Listen, guys, this is a pretty good spotlight, if I do say so myself. Use Graynt Doorkeep. I'm telling you, you will not regret dusting this dude off and using him. His damage is great. He provides so much extra utility. We didn't even run him in Hydra because who does Hydra? Not instant battles nowadays anyway, right? Not quick battles. But Hydra, he's a phenom. Block buffs and decreased defense on the same ability with his increased accuracy. He brings so much to the table. And one more time, he's immune to CC. He's immune. Anything from the Head of Torment to Fabian, he's immune to it. It's nasty. Thanks for watching, guys. Much love, and as always, take care.